Alright guys, here's Shomik again, and I thought that I'll be uploading daily videos of LeetCode problems, good problems with good number of likes, and most relevant problems in asked in companies like Google and Microsoft and the big four. And in this video, I would be discussing a problem known as the two-sum problem. Now, this is a very popular problem, and this question has been there in multiple Google interviews, multiple Microsoft interviews, and as you can see, it has a pretty around 15,000 likes in LeetCode. And yeah, so let's get on with the problem. So let's understand the question. So given an array of integers, return the indices of two numbers such that they add up to a specific target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. Okay, so basically I would be given an array of integers, and I would be given a target. So I need to find exactly two elements that add up to the given target, and I don't need to return the elements, I need to return the indices. Alright, so it's pretty straightforward. Let's say for the example, I have 2, 7, 11 and 15, and I have a target of, let's say, 9. So basically 2 and 7, they add up to 9. So I'll not return 2 and 7, rather I'll return the indices of 2 and 7. So index of 2 is 0, and index of 7 is 1. 1. So basically this is my answer, this is my output. Okay, so pretty straightforward approach. So I'll discuss both the approaches. So approach 1 would be a brute force approach. So I'll traverse my array from the beginning, and I'll consider every pair, and I'll see whether that pair adds up to that particular target or not. And if it adds up to that particular target, then I'm good to go. I'll take both of the elements indices, put it into a vector, and I would return the vector. So what I mean by this, I'll start with 2, then in the second loop I'll start with 7. So is 2 plus 7 9? Yes, it's 9. So I'll break the loop, I'll put 2's index and 7's index in the vector, in the output vector, and I'll return it. So let's say if I've been given the target 19, alright, so let's say 18, right? So I'll start with 2, I'll go to 7. Does 7 plus 2 is equals to 18? Nope. Then I'll check 2 and 11, this pair, is it equal to 18 again? No. Then I'll check 2 and 15, right? This pair, 2 and 15, is it equal to 18? No. So any element, any pair of elements that contains 2 doesn't have an answer. So I'll move on to 7. I'll see whether 7 and 11, because why I would see for 7 and 11, because we have already checked for 2 and 7, so it's meaningless to check again for 7 and 2. So that's basically same, because addition is commutative. So I'll have 7 and 11, right? So is 7 and 11 equals to 18? Yep, it's equal to 18. So I'll return 0. So index of 7 is 1, so I'll return 1, and 11, that's 2. Great. Now this is a brute force approach and would possibly result into a time limit error. So why it will result into a time limit error? Because it's n square approach. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll sort the array. So if I sort the array, there's an approach of n log n that I'm gonna speak here, and again I'll be using two pointer technique. So first I'll sort the array. Okay, so when I sort the array, let's say I've given this particular array 2, 7, 11, 15. So it was sorted earlier also, but it's not guaranteed that it would be sorted. So I'll sort the array. So when I sort the array, I maintain two pointers. Okay, so this particular 2, I'll start the first pointer at 2. So this is basically P1, and also I'll start the second pointer at the last element, that is P2. Now since the array is sorted, it's guaranteed that P1 is the least element and P2 is the maximum element in the array. Now what I'll do is let's say I have been given 19 again. Okay, so let's say I have been given 9, so let's do for 9. So I'll see whether 2 plus 15 is 9 or not. Is 2 plus 15 9? No, 2 plus 15 is 17. So are we exceeding the sum, or are we in a dearth of numbers? So here we are exceeding the sum because 17 is greater than 9. So we want to look for a number which is, look for a sum which is less than 17. So can I decrease 2? No, because it's the smallest, right? It's the smallest. I don't have any other number than 2 which is smaller. So basically what I mean to say is, if a plus b is equal to x, and if I want to decrease the value of x, so I can either decrease the value of a, or I can either decrease the value of b, or I can decrease both its value. But since a is the minimum already, because 2 is the minimum, so what I need to decrease is the pointer b, so rather the pointer p2. So p2 would move one position forward. So if I move one position forward, so I'm basically decreasing the b value such that x values go down, right? So now I'll again see whether 2 plus 11 is equal to 9 or not. So 2 plus 11 is not equal to 9, it's 13. So 13 is again greater than 9, so I need to have less, the sum should be less than 13. So again I would reduce my second pointer, because again 2 cannot be reduced because it's the minimum. So my pointer will come here at 7. Now when the pointer will come here at 7, I see that 7 plus, okay, so let me write it, right? So the pointer has shifted from there to here. Okay, now I see that 7 plus 2 is 9. So I'll return p1 and p2's indices. So I'll return 0 and 1 indices. So if I similarly go with 18, okay, let's go with 18. Now again I'll start p1 here, and I'll start p2 here. Okay, I'll start p1 here, I'll start p2 here. So is 15 plus 2 is what? 17, right? So is 15 plus 2 17? Is 17 smaller? Yes. So a plus b is smaller right now. My target should be x, but it's smaller than x, so I need to increase my a plus b sum. So either I can increase a or I can increase b. But if I increase a, so let's say if I increase b, okay, so I want to increase this pointer's value, a plus b, but I do not have any other element which is larger than 15, because the array is sorted, and of course if it's sorted, the last element is the largest. So I do not have any other element that have that have value greater than 15. So if b is constant, so basically b is 15 and x is 18, and I need to increase a plus b, what I can do, I can increase a. So I'll just shift the pointer p1 to its next element, because that's where the next greater value lies. Since the array is sorted, that's where the next greater element lies. Again this would be as it is. So is 7 plus 15 equal to 18? No, 7 plus 15 is 22, which is greater. So now a plus b has exceeded x, so I want to decrease. So if I decrease, I can decrease 7 or 15, correct? So what I do, since my array is sorted and I have 7 plus 15 that is 22, I'll reduce my left pointer and I'll take p2 over here. Now you may ask me, why did I reduce my left pointer and not my right pointer? Why did I reduce my right pointer and not my left pointer? So if I reduced my left pointer, so that would again be to 2, and right pointer would again be to 15. So all we have already checked 2 and 15, correct? Yeah, so that's why I will reduce my right pointer. Is 7 plus 11 is 18? Yes, 7 plus 11 is 18. So I'll return p1's index and p2's index, and that's all. So let's quickly code it, and never mind about this particular thing. This is there for for the fast execution. I use this. So what I'll do, I'll use sort. So I'll sort the whole thing. Okay. Now my element is sorted. Now I need to maintain the index as well. So okay, so if I need to maintain the index, I want to store the index, because after sorting my indices would change, right? So let's say I have a pair, I'll name it A. So basically for let's quickly make A. So A would contain the element along with the indices. So this would, for 7, the A's entry for 7 would be 7 comma 1, because 7's index is 1. So what I'll do is I'll do okay, so another thing is I'll have n elements, so okay, never mind, I can even push it back. So what I'll do is I'll push back two things, the nums of I, correct, nums of I contains the element, and the I contains the index. Alright, so nums of I and I. This is what I'll do. Now my A is done. Now I'll sort. I'll sort A on the basis of the first value. Okay, so by default sort function sorts a pair by its first value. So since I have sorted, I'll start my int, let's say p1. So p1 would be at 0, and int p2, that is pointed to, this would be at the last element. So basically a dot size -1, so it points to the last element. So it's each input would have exactly one solution, and it's assumed. So before that, let me do one thing. Since I need to return a vector, so I'll initialize my vector of integer as the res, that means a result. So when can we say that we don't have an element? So basically, if let's say I had the sum 14, all right, so if I had the sum 14, so 2 plus 15 is 17, I'll decrease 11, 2 plus 11 is 13, I'll increase 2, and 7 plus 11 is 18. Now 18, it's done, correct? Now what I'll do, since 18 is greater than 14, I'll need to decrease p2, correct? But if p2 comes over here, so p1 and p2 both refers to the same element, this cannot be done, because such questions, they don't allow the same element to be considered twice. It's written there in the question, if you can see. You may not use the same element twice, so I cannot use the same element twice. So if my p1 and p2 meet at some point, that means I have not found out any solution. So I'll continue this process until my p1 is less than p2, because at p1 is always guaranteed to be less than p2, because at the point they will meet, I would break out of my loop and I would say that I have not got any solution. But for the purpose of this question, I have a solution, right? So I can assume that I have exactly one solution. So what I'll do is I'll just sum them up. So I'll sum basically a of p1, its first element, plus a of p2's first element, that is the values. So I have three conditions. If my sum is equal to target, okay, so if my sum is at some point equal to target, what I'll do, I'll just push back the indices of p1, which is there in my second, because it's a pair, and also I'll push back the indices of p2, the element p2, that's second, and I'll break. The reason I'm breaking is I'll return the array at the end. So now else if I have up to another condition, else if sum is greater than target, so that means I need to decrease my p2. So p2 is pointing, if say p2 was pointing here, I need to decrease my p2 to here. So p2 is what? P2 is the index. So index decrease can be done by doing a normal negative. So what I'll do is p2 minus, correct? Else means that when the sum is less than target. So when the sum is less than target, I need to increase p1. So I'll do a p1 plus, and that pretty much is the answer. So at the end of our while loop, I'll return my res, correct? So I hope it was easy so let's test for some other inputs. 15, 7, 12 and 2, and I want 19. Okay, let's run the code. Yeah, So the answer is 1 2 and 1 2. So let's submit the code. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, my code is running at 4 minutes faster, 4 millisecond, which is 99.98% of the better than the all submissions. So yeah, so this was the code, and I hope that you enjoyed doing this doing this problem. This is a very easy problem, and at the same time it's a very tough problem, very important problem, because this problem has been asked by Google and Microsoft n number of times. Okay, so kindly, if you like my explanations, and if you like the content, and you want to get along with the programming concepts and stuff, kindly subscribe, because I'll be doing such short videos every day, because I also solve a problem. I'm also a student, and I'm also doing programming on a daily basis. So whatever problems I'll solve, I'll handpick some of the good problems, and I'll solve it for you. And yeah, thanks, and please subscribe. Thank you.